guys, I'm Jackson. Welcome to the channel. Today, I'm going to be reviewing Miss Marvel, the first episode. Now, going to this, my expectations were kind of low. I do love the Miss Marvel character. Come on, God, I do love her character. I think she's a great character. When she first popped on the scene, it was crazy. But with the changes that they were doing with the show, with her, her power not being, from not being humans and stuff like that, probably because the humans bombed. Like, like I feel if the human show they didn't bomb, they probably would have made her an human because the humans would already been part of the MCU then. But it's not here or there. But like, I kind of had my expectations low. I didn't know what I was going to expect, but I was pleasantly surprised. I really enjoyed it. I really love Kamala Gun's character so far. She's this bright girl whose head is always in the clouds and is always thinking, of just like always living in fantasy land, and she wants to be a superhero. I love the part they kept that superhero fan, a part of her character, because that wasn't what Kamala does. She is literally a super fan. She's a super fan. She's a fan of superheroes, especially of Captain Marvel, which you obviously see in the show. When it does the intro and she has like the little cardboard cutters, was pretty cool. So I love that. I love the fact they kept that super fan of her, and that you can clearly tell she loves superheroes, that she wants to be one so bad. And she's always just in Fantasyland, wanting to be in some far place, whether she is with her life right now. And that's one thing I also like about her. She's very relatable. Something I felt a lot of us can relate to, especially as kids growing up. As you're growing up and you're still trying to find yourself and stuff like that, and sometimes you just wish you could be just anywhere else but where you are. And that's not even just for growing up. That's like people nowadays. A lot of people nowadays just wish they could be anywhere but they are, and their heads just always in the clouds. So I love that. I love the very colorful Vanessa of the show. Was very colorful, very cartoony and stuff. Like, she was walking by and talking with him about like the different Captain Marvel combinations of the heroes and stuff, was really cool. So I like that. I like the artwork. I thought it was really great. Uh, I also like the fact that they kept a lot of the religion, because Kamala is Muslim, so I like the fact that religion was very heavily there in the show. When she went shop for her mom, you saw multiple different shops, and you saw signs and different stuff like that, and art figure paintings, like, and even her brother was praying. So you saw a lot of that in the show. I like the fact they kept that element, because it's one of the things that made Kamala Khan great is her element. The fact that she is Muslim, the fact that she is she does follow her religion, but at the same time is trying to find herself, and while trying to keep what her religion and her parents happy. And it's one thing you see throughout this first episode. You see kind of the dichotomy between her and her parents, because she loves her parents. You can tell that, but you also know she's like fighting with them, because her parents are very traditional, especially her mom. Her dad is kind of a little bit less, but her mom is most definitely traditional. Find a kid, find a husband, get married, settle down. All that stuff. That's her mom. Very traditional. No, traveling the world, try to find yourself. No, what you need to do is find a man and sit your ass down and have some kids. That's what you need to do. And that's very much what her mom is like. And you can see that she's having trouble, because she loves her parents, she loves her mom, but she's trying to find herself, and her parents don't worry. Like, this is theme you choose out the show. Like, even when she's called into the office by Mr. Mr. Wolf, it wasn't, no, was it Mr. I think it was Mr. Wolf. Uh who was talking about, like, look in the mirror and ask who you are, even her, and like really about asking Kamala who she is, and like really trying to find herself. And it's hard being asked that question when you're still going through asking, you're still trying to find who you are, because you're actually, you don't know who you are yet. You're still trying to find out. I think a lot of times, even when you're older in life, you still know who you are, and you're still trying to find out. So it's very hard to be asked that question at such a young age. And just where mom having all these expectations of her to follow her religion, and just to be like her, and to be the good Kamala that she raised, and her to grow up to be, and really wants to be the woman that she wants her to be, instead of actually what Kamala wants to be. And it's the thing when even even like before she leaves to go to school, her mom says, look in the mirror. I think it was like 15 times or so, and so. So it's constant with that thing of looking in the mirror and trying to see and finding who you are, right? So that I like the fact that they play heavy with that, and you can just see kind of the inner struggle, even just the first episode that she's having. And now again, it was the first episode; it wasn't like too much, but you can see what's happening there. I like her friend Bruin. I think he's cool. I think he adds to her character. I think he's very gorky, kind of like a Peter Parker, very gorky and everything like that, and it's very supportive. And maybe like someday where I hope probably maybe he'll be like the love interest. I don't know, but you can tell that. And the very way they head to school, like, it's very high school. Like, she's going through a lot, being kind of the loner kid that's not too popular, but has like her friends. She used to be friends with the popular girl before she got popular with her. I think it was like 80,000 followers, and now all of a sudden she acts like she don't know you. she doesn't know you and stuff like that, and then her getting hit with big like it's high school stuff. If somebody went to high school, I was looking at that, I was like, I can relate. Like high school can be hard. It can be hard trying to find yourself in this sea of other people, especially when you're just this small little dot in this giant sea of people of kids. You're just trying to fit through. Like that scene that was at the locker and she didn't tell them to move. Like, come on, I'd be like, move, like throw him out your damn way. Then she was like, wait, we're almost having a conversation. I'd be like, y'all got 5 minutes before I smack you upside your head. And the whole dodgeball scene and stuff like that was messed up, but it was kind of funny. I was like, come on, I was like, damn, come on, like smack these dudes up. What are you doing? I'm like, come on, like, so like, but it was just hard. You can see she's just having a hard time right now. You could tell she just wants to be anywhere. She wants to be in her fantasy in her head, where she's going around flying, fighting with the superheroes. Which again does sound much better than being stuck in school and try to find your life and this and that, trying to be this person and while everybody else wants you to be but you. And it was just great. I really like it. I really liked it. It's really good so far. The whole car driver scene was hilarious. When she backed up into his car, I was like, well, first, why is the car instructor's car right behind the driving school's car? I was like, why? Why is that even there? But it's like that, so it was fun and a lot of funny moments. And again, I do want to hyper on the tradition though, because when she went to go shop with her mom, it was in that store, and that lady came in. She was talking about, oh, what's her name, broke off her engagement, and they'll go travel, do this and that, and everything. And Kamala was like, oh, cool, that's great, that's awesome of her. And she was like, and they just looked at her, and the dude who was doing the dress for her was like, she's trouble. Like it's kind of like the old heads of the traditional ones, are just kind of like, oh, that's nonsense. Shut up. We just kind of look at you crazy because you don't follow exactly what they want to follow. And she was like, yeah, her problem is she doesn't have a ring on her finger, or that's not good for her. Something that she said like that. So you could just see the dichotomy between like the older age and the most traditionals to the young ones, something like Kamala, who, while does love her religion and wants to be a part of her, also wants to find her own way and grow. She doesn't want to be the person, that her mom raised her to be and wants her to be. She wants to be her own person. She has her own dreams and her own goals, that aren't just to settle down and have a family. Like that's not really what she wants. And it's good because one of the things that makes teenage superheroes so good is a life. One of the things that make is the comedy between being a superhero while trying to still be a teenager and still find yourself in one of the most most distressful times of your life. Being a teenager can be very distressful as you're going through high school, as you're going through puberty, as you're going through these moments, as you're falling in love, as you're not. Like it can be very hard. And trying to be a superhero on top of that just adds to it. It's one of the reasons why Spider-Man is such a popular character. So many people could relate to him, as he was just a kid in high school who was trying to be a superhero, but still had all these other things that he was dealing with as he was trying to go out there and save people. He was growing as a human as was he a superhero. And it was hard. It was hard for Peter. It was hard a lot. It was a lot of things that he made mistakes that he messed up on because at the end of the day, he was just a kid. And you can tell it's probably gonna be the same thing with Kamala. She's probably gonna have to go through a lot. She got to learn a lot of life lessons, like with her sneaking out and stuff like that, and not telling her mom. And you can tell her mom loves her, but she's trying to hold on to that little girl or that image of her that she wants her to be instead of letting her, fly. And that's kind of the situation when it comes to stuff like that. Because I'm not a parent, but I know parents, you love your kids, you want to protect them, and you want the best for them. But sometimes when you hold on too much, you might accidentally suffocate them because you're holding on too much instead of letting them go, letting them fly, and letting them make mistakes. Because that's life. In order to grow in life, you have to learn to make mistakes. And sometimes parents want too much to keep their kids in this bubble, and and not let them go out there and make those same mistakes that they made. And which is fine because you're trying to teach them as you're older, there's your kids, you're trying to teach them the life lessons that you learn so they don't make the same mistakes you made. But they still have to go out there and live them. They're gonna do so much by you just telling them. And you can see that because you can see she really wants Kamala. Mom really wants her to to go to the traditional route, again, to settle down and have a kid, to get her heads out of the cloud and focus on school and do stuff like that. Like she wants her to really not be a normal kid. Like Kamala said, like she got mad. She's like, why can't I be a normal kid? Why can't I go out and hang out with friends, And they say, what's his excuse? We don't know you're hanging out with and this and that. But at the same time, it's that, but also they don't want, her mom doesn't want her to grow up really. At least not the way that she's going. She doesn't want her to go the direction that she's going, So I like that whole this comment between her and her parents. Like I said, her dad is a little bit better. Like he does want Kamala to have his own freedom, but he's also in the traditional way as well. He's stuck in that traditional ways along with his wife, who's really in there, excuse me, as well. But you can tell the dad, he's a little bit more friendly. He's a little bit more friendly, but not really that much. And then you have the concept between like, oh, they let her brother do everything, but they don't let her do it. Like, it was just really weird. I like the fact they play on that. We are fuck, sorry guys, excuse me. So we already got her relationships kind of like out the way already. So we already had that going on that you saw in the first episode. And as I feel as we go further into the series, you know, we're going to deal more with that stuff and more of her life as a teenager trying to be a superhero, you know. So I like that. Now on to about her I did want to talk about one thing because she wanted to go to the whole Adventure Con, right? And when they got there, they had like this mural of like Scar of Black Widow and Iron Man, which I thought was so great. And you see people going up there and just leaving like gifts and stuff and just saying thank you, and, you know, for your side. And I love that. The reason I love that because when Black Widow died in Avengers Endgame, it hit me. I was hurt. I was sad. I know a lot of people are sad, but when Tony Stark died, it did feel like his death overshadowed hers, and a lot of people thought the same thing. So I like in the fact, and in the actual MCU universe, it's not the way people do remember her, both of their sacrifices, and mourn both of them at the same time. One didn't overshadow the other for them. The war both lost two of their best heroes. So I love the fact that we saw that at the Avenger Con and stuff, which was really cool. I was like, yeah. So it was good to me to show that we didn't forget that. Now, another thing I want to talk about is like again with the parents, like the Hulk scene. I just thought this scene was really cute and funny when the dad came on the Hulk costume and stuff like that. I was like, I mean, I might have went with my dad. Like, come on, like it was Hulk. I was like, maybe because Hulk is like my favorite Marvel character, but I was like, I just thought it was hilarious and cute. I was like, man, I might go. I mean, it's for 2 hours. It's like I don't know, just hulking out everything. I thought that'd be fun. I thought that'd be, I thought that'd be fun. But anyway, I thought this thing was just fun, but. And also some of the other characters, you know, like I said, like Girl Zoe, like we actually see her, you know, at the AvengerCon actually doing the Miss Marvel contest. And even though she wants to be at school and act like she's not into that stuff because, you know, she has to keep up her appearance and that popularity, which of course is peer pressure in school, you know. If you're popular, you don't want to be unpopular, do you? Like you don't want to go back to being a person that was unknown now that you have this popularity, so you keep all that stuff on the down low. Though secretly you're still as big as a nerd she used to be. So I like the fact that they showed that she's still a nerd, but that's probably gonna be some conflict down the line as well. So I like that they set up a lot of things I feel in the first episode that's gonna be coming down the line. Now on to her actual powers and abilities. Now again, I said I was one of the people that was a little bit slight to learn that she wasn't gonna be any human, that she wasn't gonna get the stretchy powers, and that she was gonna kind of follow Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel with the whole cosmic powers and everything, which seems to be the bracelet. Now, I'm not sure what exactly that does. It seems to get her to be able to manipulate like space or go to some type of other realm or dimensions or something, manipulate that. Sorry, guys, and manipulate that. But I thought that was really cool. I did like the way her powers looked. It looked really cool, and it did look kind of cosmic, like cosmic-y. So I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. Okay, I can get behind that. I can get behind that. Okay, that's cool. That was really cool. And then God, what was the? There was one more thing I wanted to talk about. I'm trying to remember. God, I forgot. But yeah, like I thought. Okay, I was really. I thought the show was really great. I thought the first episode was really well done. It wasn't too much. It was just enough for me, and they built up a lot of stuff. And we got to see Kamala's character and her connections to her family, certain people, and see kind of the turmoil that's already built up and that's already going on in her life at the most. So I like the fact, and I feel it's only going to get like, you know, more and more as the show's going on until eventually blows up, and then she has to deal with what's going on. Really sits down and talk to her parents about how she feels and stuff, you know, and whether how that conversation goes and stuff like that. So I just feel they did a great job of setting up a lot of things. I'm super excited. I really, really liked it. I love the actor that plays Kamala. I thought all the characters were great so far. You know, we didn't see a whole lot of each one of them, but that was good. That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the whole bracelet, the thing that gives her powers. To me, that seems to be some type of weapon. I wonder if it's Creed or something else that what that bracelet is, because we know she got it from her grandma. So I wonder, is that going to come into play? Is she like half alien or something like that? And then like, and that bracelet unlocks her powers. Or is it like, was her mom? Did her mom used to be like a soldier or somebody in her family. Like I'm just wondering because I feel that's gonna be connected somewhere. The fact that it did come from her grandma, so I feel that's gonna be some type of connection. I'm gonna be disappointed with just like it just randomly fell on our family, just been here for years. Like I want that to be some type of connection with that bracelet of her family, and maybe her grandma was a super at one point and maybe somebody back further in the line. So I really want to be a connection, but yeah, guys, that's the end of my review. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, I thought it was really good. I really liked it. I'm super excited so far. I can imagine. I see now. It's like I see now why a lot of the very first reviews were people just saying it was fun and it was good and they loved it. Because so far I do love it. I think it's really good and I'm really having a good time with it. So yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. What you think of the first episode? Are you excited for the second? I personally can't wait. Let me know your thoughts. What you think about it? What you think about the characters? What you think about Kamala? Let me know your thoughts down below. If you like, you want to see more reviews of more TV shows and movies, or you want me to keep this up and review the second episode, let me know by giving a thumbs up, subscribe, and share, guys. I super much appreciate it. It helps the YouTube algorithm know that that people do watch and you guys should like it. So if you guys want me to do more, please do that. Again, I apologize if I'm talking too fast. Sometimes that happens with me, but make sure to check out my social media with Limitless Christian as well. You guys can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, where you can request stuff, or you can just chat if you guys feel like it. But I crack time out. Peace.